I don't think he realizes he just passed up the opportunity of a lifetime. Everybody, what's going on? Techlines here. And after a couple months with the JBL Flip 3, the main question still stands. Was it really worth the upgrade from the JBL Flip 2? And in this video, we're going to be finding that out. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so first up is the JBL Flip 2, which you guys already know is the older generation of the two. In terms of physical design, nothing really too much to stand out, I should say here. You'll notice the JBL logo right here in the center. On the back, you'll also find the micro USB in slot along with the 3.5mm headphone jack. And you also see 5 little dots here. That is actually to indicate the battery life, which is super helpful. I definitely recommend any speaker should have this because it's just a great feature to have. And then on the top of the speaker here, you'll also notice the 3 noticeable buttons here. You'll see the Bluetooth connectivity button. In the center there, you'll see the power button. And then on the bottom, you have the wireless calling capabilities. Also doubles as the button, obviously. And then on the left side here, you'll also see the volume up button. And then on the right side, you'll have the volume down button. Now, this speaker itself, it actually is meant to stand in 2 ways. One, you obviously have the horizontal layout here, which everybody probably knows of. But JBL also advertises that you can use the speaker this way. And I gotta say, I find myself using it both ways sometimes, because depending on where I have the speaker lying in my house, or whatever the case may be. So, that is definitely a key feature to remember that the JBL Flip 2 does have. Overall though guys, the design is a slightly kind of metal, like you know, the speaker grill itself obviously, and then this part here, and then the top here is rubber to prevent sliding and, you know, slipping, I guess, wherever you have it. We're going to be back in a second with the JBL Flip 3. Transitioning over to the JBL Flip 3, there's probably a few key things you notice right off the bat. For starters, the JBL logo is now backplated by a metallic orange looking metal, and I gotta say, it looks pretty nice compared to the JBL Flip 2. The second thing you'll probably notice is the overall design. The JBL Flip 3 is actually more or less a cylinder compared to the last model, and I gotta say, I kinda like it better. It just feels a little bit better in the hand. On the back here, you'll also notice everything you need to use to charge. Any buttons you really find here are on the back. Over here, you have your power button, connectivity, along with the 5 dots that are previously mentioned on the JBL Flip 2. Again, this feature is a huge help in indicating battery life and how much playing time you still have left. Over here, though, you also see something a little bit interesting. You have a flap, I guess you could say, and what it covers here, if I can get it out really quick, what it covers is your 3.5mm headphone jack and obviously your micro USB. The reason why these 2 ports are covered is because the JBL Flip 3 is actually water resistant, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. If I rotate the speaker just a little bit, you'll also notice you have your Bluetooth, volume up and down buttons, along with calling button right here on the speaker grill itself, which is a little bit cool, I gotta say. You also have your loop right here. I guess it just makes it a little bit easier to carry. So in terms of physical design, guys, it's not really, you know, it's not really much of a competition. You'll already notice that the JBL Flip 3 kind of blows the JBL Flip 2 out of the water. But, oh, no pun intended, by the way, water resistance, I don't know. But, yeah, we're going to get back in just a second again with a sound test, and I guess we're going to start off with the JBL Flip 2. Alright, so first up is the JBL Flip 2. We're going to be playing RX Nova. Alright, so that was the JBL Flip 2. Moving on to the JBL Flip 3. So now we are testing the JBL Flip 3, obviously using the exact same song. Yeah, let's jump into it. Alright, and that was the JBL Flip 3. So after the sound test, it's pretty clear which one comes out on top, obviously being the JBL Flip 3. I want you guys to keep in mind that everything was set at an equal level during the sound test. I kept the volume at an equal level, the actual speaker volume at equal level. Both speakers were fully charged before making this video, so pretty much everything was equal in terms of, I could say setting levels I had it at. So you kind of notice that the JBL Flip 3 is a little bit louder, and that is because the speakers are either a little bit bigger or the JBL just did a little bit of work on the speaker and made it, I guess, get better in the same size body. So not really too clear on that. Maybe I will do a follow-up video on that though. As far as the sound quality goes though, the low end on the JBL Flip 3 are just so much better due to these things right here. They go in and out when the bass, drops and things like that. So that really does help keep a steady beat. I'd say the JBL Flip 2 does a good job. It's pretty flat along the board here. The JBL Flip 3 definitely exceeds here on the low ends to the mid-tone range because, of these things right here, obviously. I'm not really sure what to call those. Are these subwoofers? I'm not really sure what to call them, but it really does help the JBL Flip 3 kind of excel where it needs to. And even the high ends though, guys, both sound great. It's just that this speaker I'd say that each, thing here gives 100%, but then the low ends and the mid ends right here with the JBL Flip 3 kind of gives the extra 110%, you know what I'm saying? It really does help enhance the sound quality. And most music is, usually mid to low range, so that's that, aside from high notes. So I guess that's that. So obviously, guys, my overall verdict here, if you have a JBL Flip 2, it's still a great speaker to use. I mean, if you're looking to upgrade, then yeah, I'd say definitely go for the JBL Flip 3 because it is still such a good speaker. But if your JBL Flip 2 is still in working condition, it's working great, I really don't see any reason for you to upgrade unless, obviously, you want to take advantage of the water resistance here. But if you have the spare cash, maybe you're looking for an upgrade, I definitely recommend the JBL Flip 3, even some of the other speakers in the JBL lineup, such as the Charge or things like that. But again, guys, overall, both are really solid speakers. But if I really had to pick one, I guess I'd probably go with the JBL Flip 3 just because. I'll leave a few buying options down below, obviously from JBL.com, along with Amazon. Both of these come in a really wide variety of colors, so, that's up to you. Again, I'll leave the links down below in the description. But let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns regarding any of these products. I will be sure to answer them down below in the comments. And, yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And one quick thing before I do sign off, or actually I did sign off, but be sure to start leaving your Q&A comments because I will make a Q&A video really soon. So start leaving questions. Alright guys, catch you guys in the next one.